All right, and everyone is probably familiar with the Atlas building here. It was built by a fire insurance company in 1889, the Atlas Fire Insurance Company. It is Richardsonian Romanesque architecture, and it was saved during urban renewal. You can see the elements of Richardsonian Romanesque, the enormous arch that's here, and often things that were done in Richardsonian Romanesque were asymmetrical, so you can see that would explain the fact that you've got an arch here that's not evenly set off on the other side by another element. And you see little Atlas right over here. He's holding up the world. Or actually, I was at the sky. He's holding up the sky. And then you go straight up here and you see this bowl with 3 salamanders, mythical creatures that fire could not destroy. So basically this is an advertisement for the fire insurance company in stone and copper. The Atlas was built on the site of an older brick building. Again, as you will see trends as Helena grew and the smaller buildings were removed and fancier buildings were put up in their stead, more grand buildings. So this used to be Edward Street. It used to go all the way through and up to the west side. You could go uphill into the west side. It was eliminated during urban renewal, Edward Street. So prior to the Livestock building that you see here, was Charles Broadwater's Montana National Bank. This was a building that stood here prior to the building we see here. It was built in 1883 and it burned in 1944. So we're going to head over to the other side here and just take a quick look at the women's mural in that column, the last remains of the bank. There's the last surviving column. Right, I know. Yeah. You would never have. No. Yeah, I had no idea either. And one thing we're working on is trying to get some signage to
that would be cool.
to describe like what you're looking at over here. These are all pieces of Helena buildings that came down during urban renewal. And so it would be nice to identify where they came from and maybe give a photograph of what the building it came from.